Amazing. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here. We're talking about two of my favorite topics, health and wealth, two things that really drive so much of us. And so I just couldn't be more happy to be on this call tonight. So my name is Jim. I am an acupuncturist, and this is my wife, Jen. She is a yoga teacher, and together we are Blue Diamond leaders with doTERRA. And the doTERRA business opportunity really has transformed our lives. And so I want to just take a moment to kick us off to share a little bit about our story and why we're so passionate about this. Because when Jen and I started dating, had recently come out of a divorce. I was working in my acupuncture office in Brooklyn, and my son was about like 2.5 at the time. Jen was living in Miami. And so I was working like 15-hour days, Monday through Thursday. And then every weekend, pretty much, I was flying either to Miami or to Chicago to see my son. And I was kind of living in this Bermuda Triangle. And I was like, I wasn't sure how I was ever going to get out of it, to be quite honest, because I was trading time for money. I was in my acupuncture practice, and the only way to really make more money was to work more hours with the setup that I had. And at some point, you're just at that threshold. I remember my accountant called and she said, "Are you planning on making more money next year?" And I just had this moment of feeling like I was punched in the gut, where I was like, I'd love to make more money, and I'm maxed out. I don't have any more hours to give to my patients, to my business, and to the people that I love. And I was feeling totally stretched thin. And it was really the doTERRA business opportunity that liberated us, that helped me to break free from my acupuncture office, to give us the time and the location freedom to be together, to get married, to live in the same city together, and then eventually to move just down the street from my son. And so now we, are properly involved with co-parenting. We've got an adventure van that we built out, and all the things on the vision board have been checked off, and all of it is because of what we've been able to create together with the doTERRA business opportunity.
Yes. And for me, when I first started, it was really interesting because I didn't know that essential oils could be a business. I already had a successful 6-figure yoga business. And so I honestly kind of felt bad for the girl who was sharing oils at my different yoga events, because I didn't know that it was actually a lucrative business opportunity. And I kicked myself for not actually learning about it earlier, because I really had no idea what the possibilities were. And I never asked her, and she never really told me. So we're really excited to be here on this call tonight to explain that to you. And I'll just share the moment that I realized what was possible in this business and why it is so important was when I was sitting with that friend who is one of my lifelong friends now. It's so cool to be able to build doTERRA with and build a business with your best friends. But we were sitting on the edge of the pool because all of our meetings, pretty much for the most part in Miami, are done poolside at the spa, because we can pick where we want to, have our meetings and how we want to do that, because we get to be our own bosses. And we were sitting there, and she had recently just lost her father, and she had a message come in on her phone. And she just immediately started crying. There was a lot of emotions coming in, and I thought maybe it had something to do with her father. And I asked her, are you okay? Like, what was the message that came in? And she said it was the direct payment from doTERRA into her bank account. And she was just crying because it was the first time in her life that she had been able to take time for herself in this really emotional, sensitive time. And she was still able to get paid during that time. And that, for me, like when that moment happened, it's like, when those moments just happen and they hit you like a ton of bricks. That moment for me, I realized that if I didn't have an additional stream of income, I didn't have a backup, I didn't have a retirement plan, I didn't have the opportunity to actually have the freedom to be able to visit a family member if they did get sick, or if someone did pass away and I needed to grieve. And that was really when I started looking at this business opportunity in a different light, and started thinking about, is this a good fit for me? And how could I partner with doTERRA? And does that make sense? And so That's why we're here tonight. And fast forward a few years, and Jim shared many of our achievements. And we are just so excited to be here tonight, partnering with Megan Newmans, who is such an inspirational business leader and one of the first people that I actually was able to partner with. And she inspires me every single day with her positivity and her enthusiasm, her knowledge for health, and just her general business savviness. So we are really excited to be here tonight with Megan to talk to you guys a little bit more about this and see if it's a good fit for you.
Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Jim. I'm really excited to lead this call as well, to really give this opportunity that we've had, the success that we've had, to pass it on and to pass the torch. And I love when you mentioned in this business, we get to choose who we partner with. So can you imagine that, like coming from the corporate world and like, applying for a job to being able to choose, like, this is my business partner, this is my CEO, and like really handpicking who you want to spend your times with building this type of business. So when I learned about doTERRA, everything fell in line synchronistically right when I needed to have it show up in my life. I learned about the toxicity in my products, and that same when I was studying to become a holistic health coach. And that same week, I ran into Jennifer and saw her at a friend's party and said, "Hey, Jen, what's new?" And she told me she was starting a doTERRA business, aligning with her yoga business. And a little bit of background with me, I was in health and wellness. It's been probably 15 years, 18 years now. It's been a long time, but I started a lot with the physical, with personal training, teaching yoga full time, and teaching like a whole variety of group fitness classes. And I loved it. I'm a manifesting generator, so I have a lot of energy, and I had a lot of energy to do that job full time for about 12 years. Because it was so much energy output, I had overuse injuries, I had vocal cord damage. And so while it was in health and wellness and helping other people, it was like at an expense to my own body. So that's when I started getting into holistic health coaching to be more sustainable and how I can help people with their health, with, not suffering the negative consequence. So when I ran into Jen, it was right at the same moment, the same week, that I needed to learn about upgrading all of my products in my home to non-toxic ones. I was pretty shocked to find out I had all of the toxic products at home. That green living wasn't really in my vortex at the time. It was more movement, nutrition, meditation, things like that. But the doors start to open in the health journey little by little, and one door leads to the next. So that night, Jen told me, you can clean with these oils. You can buy doTERRA's already made products. This is like a really easy way to live. And I knew I needed to make the change for myself before guiding other people in my health coaching business. So I was ready to dive in head first. And she told me she was doing this as a business. And I've had experience in network marketing with some other companies, and having friends in different companies have a lot of success in this business. So I knew what it was, but I wasn't really like in the know of everything. So when she told me she was doing the business, my eyes lit up. I was like, "Oh, really? You're doing this as a business? Well, I want to do it too. Like, I want to do this with you." And she told me, and I was in right away. And so it was just, saying yes to that opportunity. And I didn't really know what I was saying yes to. And we all kind of learned along the way. But fast forward about a year and a half to me starting to incorporate the essential oils into my yoga classes and within my personal training business with my clients, sharing naturally in my community. I was similar story, on a vacation like Audra, seeing a doTERRA direct deposit hit my bank account, never been paid time off in my whole entire life. My husband at the time, he had paid time off, and it was like always this thing. I had to work really hard to make money for the trip, have money for the rent, have money for when I came back with all the days of work that I missed. And we like to travel. So we did that quite a bit. So to be able to be paid on vacation, that was when it was like, wow, this is a business. This is incredible. And so that was like a year and a half into building doTERRA part-time along with my full-time job, and really realizing the power of this business to generate income, as much income as you want. It's all effort based. So I looked at that. I started adding up the number of checks that we got, because we can get paid 5 times a month in doTERRA. And I did the math. The amount of money that I was receiving from doTERRA was just about equal to the amount of money I was receiving from teaching 15 fitness classes a week, where I had been overworked, burnt out. And I made the decision that I no longer needed that job. And that opened up 15 more free hours of my week to start to pour into my doTERRA business a little more. I kept my personal training clients for about another year or year and a half. So it was just doTERRA and my personal training clients. And as we continued to grow in the business and rank advance and start to increase our earnings, because in this business, you can basically give yourself a raise whenever you want. And I was able to let go of my clients and have been building doTERRA for full time for the past three years now or so, 3 or 4 years. And it's been incredible because it's giving me so much freedom with my schedule, which I love, choosing when I work, where I work. And in the beginning of my business, when I was still working in personal training and yoga, I always wanted to travel and get paid. That was like a thing in my mind. I want to get paid and travel. And at the time, I thought it was going to be teaching yoga retreats to do that. It's now doTERRA, the doTERRA business. I have business partners in different states and different countries, and you really can travel and do your business anywhere. And this has been giving not only myself the financial freedom and time freedom, but I was able to retire my husband back in 2020 as well. And he is now really diving into his passions and being fulfilled by different things in his life other than just, this 9-to-5 job where he was unfulfilled. So maybe some of you can relate to that. Maybe some of you can, have similar goals like us and really can see yourself, doing this business as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share our presentation, the doTERRA business. I would love to hear in the chat if you're currently a doTERRA customer, if you're a wellness advocate, or if you're brand new, just so we know who's here. And I know many people will be watching the recording, but we want to talk about why doTERRA and why now. So this is pretty much an untapped opportunity, and it's an incredible time to get started. doTERRA is 14 years old, but from being around the owners and the company and just what we have coming out, it feels like we're just getting started in this industry. So doTERRA is the largest essential oil company in the world. So if you're thinking about in terms of competition, we really don't have competition because we are the largest and the best because we source pure essential oils. Our oils are the most tested and most trusted oils in the market. Because we source from 40 countries worldwide, our oils are tested at the farm and then later sent to third-party testing laboratories. So we're very transparent with our product, and we know that we have the best, most potent oils. Even so that doctors and hospitals use them worldwide. And our lavender is now considered pharmaceutical grade lavender. And so medical professionals can really see the benefit of working with natural medicine alongside of their Western medicine approach. We do sustainable sourcing. And so we really are taking care of the earth as the earth is providing us these tools for our health, for our wealth. And it's beautiful because we work directly with the farmers. So doTERRA has partners, strict partnerships around the world with farmers who work with one type of plant. And we really look to source the best plant with the best quality, the best soil quality, the altitude. So we really have the highest therapeutic properties in these oils. And what's incredible is that the business is open in 120 markets worldwide. So you can totally travel the world and do your doTERRA business virtually from your phone. You can build with different business partners in different countries, and it's a huge opportunity. The compensation plan is genius. We're going to touch on it a little bit today, but what it really rewards is collaboration within the compensation plan. To have success, it's all about collaborating and working together, and it's built for long-term success. So the longer you build your business, the more you're rewarded in commissions as you grow. And when you're deciding to partner with a company, specifically a network marketing company, you really want to look at the product. Is it a consumable product, which doTERRA's is? doTERRA is a whole lifestyle company. Yes, we We specialize in essential oils, but it goes far beyond essential oils. We have supplements, we have lifestyle products. And so it's really our household name brand. And when you can teach people the lifestyle, the doTERRA lifestyle, where we're one-stop shop is really all you need. Instead of people purchasing at the stores around them, it's easy to order from their loyalty order and have clean products being shipped directly to their door. So 65% of people who purchase doTERRA end up reordering. And that's really big to look at, the retention rate when you're deciding which company to align with and what type of products to be selling. Another great thing is doTERRA is privately owned. There is 7 executives who were together from the inception of doTERRA 14 years ago and still together today. And they did not take any outside funding. So we're a debt-free company, and the 7 executives gathered all of their money together. They leveraged their homes. They really put everything that they had into building this business, knowing that it would grow and grow. And that's amazing, because when you go into business, you want to look at the owners, you want to look at the credibility. The fact that we have no one else making the decisions except for the original 7 is huge. And they really do keep the doTERRA wellness advocates at the top of mind. Everything is like, okay, what our sales team, what can we do for them? How can we keep them happy? So it's been incredible working with doTERRA. We are a big global company worldwide, but when you get into the family, you start to get to know the team, you start to get to know the owners, and they start to know you by name. So it's a really great community to be a part of. All right, I'll pass the mic.
Yes. So one thing I just want to piggyback off of what Meg said is that what's so interesting about doTERRA and the lifestyle product is there are many different ways that you can actually, earn additional streams of income, right? Like maybe you could want to open an Airbnb, or like maybe you want to open like a coffee shop, or, do some other business. But the amount of investment that it would take for you to get involved in those other things requires a lot of capital. And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But the reason why I chose to partner with doTERRA is because the very little investment that is required to actually start a business. And then the other reason is that I'm so passionate about helping people, or really supporting people to learn those healthy lifestyle tips, just like what Megan said. And doTERRA's vast product range is so diverse that people really you can't run out of things to order from doTERRA. I mean, I've been ordering for 4 years, and I'm like, I still love getting my LRP every single month. And there's actually a new product line that I want to just touch on that's coming out in this September. And this product line is going to be the largest launch that the company has ever seen, and could even be in the history of the entire direct selling market. And the fact that the founders could have just started a whole new separate company and made like a new thing, but they didn't. They actually chose to integrate that into doTERRA, and that this has so much potential to literally blow the lid off of anything that we've seen before. Just gets me so excited. And it feels like everything is being innovated and is new every year. And this is like a new product that I'm very, very excited about. And the other thing that I wanted to mention is that the goal for the company right now is to triple the impact. And so that means that it's not just about, selling oils to people, but it's actually increasing the amount of lives that are impacted for the better with these essential oils that are being sold all around the planet, which we can talk about a little bit more later. But there are some questions that you might have, right? Like how much money you make, how much time is involved, could it work for you, and what are the next steps? So we are going to dive deeper into each of those things now. So this is me too. Yes. Okay. So basically it's really simple. Most of you guys, I notice there's a lot of customers here and some wellness advocates. Most of you have experienced the power of an essential oil in just being out with your friends, right? So there I was at that party with Megan, and I'm sure we were putting lemon in our water and smelling some oils and talking a little bit about how to use them in our daily lives. And this leading through example and really living the lifestyle and just sharing that with people is the foundation of our business. So it's really not very different than what you might be doing normally. The difference is that you can actually earn income from that. So if you are just casually sharing, right, the way that you can earn money and really create a business is simply by taking that sharing to the next step of inviting people to learn a little bit more in a class or a presentation like this, where you can share the knowledge about essential oils and help people to really get the tools that they need to support their body systems based on whatever their own health need is, whether that's sleep or stress or immune support, or Meg and I have both been talking a lot about skincare recently, or maybe it's weight loss and metabolic health, which is what we're going to be talking about a lot in the next few months. And then you just simply, once they figure out what products would be best for them, you help them to simply set up an account online, like all of you guys, for the most part, I'm sure on this call have already done, and get started with doTERRA. And then simply check in on those people and then provide additional education, additional support, making sure that people know how to use their products and they are learning and growing and really living a holistic lifestyle that we are all passionate about. That's the model. It's very simple.
And you can do this model any which way you like. You can build this in person and teach in-person classes and events and experiences, which is incredible because people really get to smell the oils, and the oils sell themselves a lot of times. And you can totally do this business online as well by doing Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, hosting Zoom presentations, doing challenges. So you can really start to get creative, like what are you passionate about and what can you share? And like the most important thing is that we're using the oils and the products, which is why as wellness advocates, to be able to earn the commissions from doTERRA, what we do is we're a product of the product. So to actively be paid and earn commissions from doTERRA, we spend 100 PV on our monthly order, which is called the Loyalty Rewards Program. And when you spend $100 per month or 100 PV per month, you're earning points back to rack up that you can cash in for free oils. So the reason why we're using those products is that we can experience it, have that first hands-on, and teach authentically. We're basically getting paid to share the lifestyle that we're living. And doTERRA is my lifestyle. So it's very easy to be just out there living our truth, sharing what's worked for us and what we know can help other people. So the compensation plan, I'll share a little bit about each bonus, but once you really get started in the business, we can go into much further detail. But I do think that this information is great to learn about because there's technically 6 different ways that you can get paid in doTERRA. I'm going to go through these 4 on the screen, but what you don't see is number 1, retail orders. So if you sell retail products, it's just like a one-time sale. Maybe someone's trying it out. You can get a 25% commission. We don't really recommend retail sales because it's like a one and done. And the idea of building a network marketing business is to grow residual income. And so how to do that is onboarding new members into the lifestyle. And so once your new member understands that it is a lifestyle, then comes the purchasing each month and the reordering and the growing of your residual income. So we have a fast start bonus, which is basically a 20% commission when you enroll new members. You can enroll them with an enrollment kit or build your own bundle. And because this is a mentorship passed down, knowledge passed business, your mentor or your future business partner can also earn commissions in 3 generations. So for example, when I enroll a new customer, I'm earning 20% commission on that sale. But because Jen mentored me in this business and took the time to show me the way, doTERRA wants to reward her efforts and gives her a 10% commission. And then because her upline and her mentor, Audra, taught her the business, Audra also gets a 5% commission as well. So this is really like working in teams and really passing on the knowledge, and you'll be rewarded as your teams continue to grow and as you grow. we get paid this commission for the first 60 days on new enrollments. So part of the how to build the business, when Jen was talking about supporting your new customer to understand the lifestyle, opt into the loyalty rewards program if they wish, that could be a 20% commission as well. After the 60 days are up, you will still get paid commissions on your customers' orders, and that will come in the unilevel bonus, which I'll explain in a moment. The second type of bonus that you can earn is by growing your teams. It's an organizational bonus. So can you be organized with growing your teams? We won't go into further detail how to reach this bonus, but just know there's a $50 bonus available to you, a $250 bonus available to you, or a $1,500 bonus available. And so that's amazing. Just think to yourself, like, what could I do with that $1,500 a month as just one portion of my check? And that was a really big turning point for me when I was getting that $1,500 bonus. It was paying for my portion of the rent, my phone bill, and my car insurance. And then the other rest of my checks and my clients and everything, that was supporting my food and my travel and my savings. And it's like, once you kind of break down the availability of the different commissions to you, it's a very abundant opportunity. So the unilevel bonus, which is the one in green, this is what I say when we're building residual income. It's basically getting paid multiple times off of the work that you did in the beginning. So as you take time to explain this lifestyle to your customer and onboard your business partners, that's going to start to pay you back, as you know, every time they're reordering. So we do build in levels. If we see first level through seventh level, depending where you place your new customers, because we get to decide whose team do we want to place them on. It's all about growing teams and communities and networks. The further levels you place your customers, the higher percentage commission you'll be earning. So this unilevel bonus pays you more money over time. So it encourages that long-term growth. In other network marketing models, this compensation plan could be flipped. You could be earning a high commission at your first levels, and it starts to taper off the lower you go. That kind of gives you a false sense of, oh my gosh, this business is amazing, I'm making so much money. But as time goes on, it might not be like that, what you experienced in the beginning, depends. So we really love that doTERRA flips this model, because it just really encourages the long term. And when I came into this business and really understanding the opportunity, I did look at this as a long-term business and something that I'm just layering the bricks, brick by brick, brick by brick. And then the last feature here is the leadership bonus. So as I go to the next slide, you're going to get a little visual of the ranks. We work in ranks, and as soon as you reach a leadership rank, which is called Premier, which means that you have a team of 2 other business partners working with you, then you start to tap into the percentage of global sales. And each rank that you reach, your percentage of global sales increases. So that's what I was mentioning. When you can give yourself a raise every month, it's in this way. And what we love about doTERRA is that there's many different doTERRA teams out there, but we're all on one mission, because as we're growing the global sales, we're all getting a piece of that pie. So this is essentially becoming a partner with doTERRA and having like equity in the company, if you will. The last way to get paid that's not featured here is something very exciting and very lucrative, this opportunity that's happening right now. And it's equal opportunity for people who've been in the business for a long time as to brand new people. I even think that the opportunity for brand new people is a lot easier to claim. So what I'm talking about is what's called Founders 2.0. So this is an opportunity to earn a yearly bonus from doTERRA for life. And to paint the picture, I might be talking in averages, not exacts, so bear with me. You can become a founder of a country in doTERRA. If it's not open yet, you could do the work to found and open a country. When doTERRA was founded, let's say maybe they had 20 US founders in the beginning, and they get a yearly bonus for life. Well, for this extension of doTERRA's life. And so let's say that yearly bonus was around $200,000. That's a pretty impressive bonus. It's very generous. Could you imagine having that as an extra bonus on top of your paycheck? Well, doTERRA is on its mission to make the greatest impact, as Jen was saying, and we're working to earning our second billion in sales. And so doTERRA reached out to all of the original US founders and talked to them. Hey, would you be willing to give up your founder's position to make way for a new generation of leaders? And everyone graciously agreed to give this opportunity to 200 new people to claim Founders 2.0 positions. And this contest, Jen and Jim, if you can type in the chat, I don't remember how long it's been going on for, maybe a year or two. There's still 170 to 175 spots and positions available. It's only been claimed by a number of people, and how to claim it is by earning a set number of points, and the points are given to you by every step along the way of your business. And so the first 200 people to 1,000 points will claim the Founders 2.0 position, and you'll be getting a yearly bonus, which might start out around $3,500 a year, but over time it will mature to about $80,000 a year bonus. So this is an amazing opportunity. It's the sixth way that you can get paid in doTERRA right now. And many people who have seen this opportunity of the founders have come into this business knowing that that's available to them, and not only the incredible abundance that's available in the 5 ways we get paid, but really seeing the opportunity and deciding to go with it with momentum. So it's really exciting time to join. And I'm working towards founders, but I can tell you, it's a lot harder for me to get there enough points than someone brand new. So anyone who's open to working towards founders, we're open to mentoring you and seeing you on the way. So I want to show you the ranks. So this is an average. When we're looking at the average dollar amount here, this is what an average rank gets paid per month. And this is combined with all of those ways that you get paid. So we have a few ranks in the beginning that's based on volume, which is basically products sold, volume of products sold. You can reach these first ranks in your business called manager, director, executive, and elite on your own without business partners. So this would be selling products, selling the oils, selling the supplements, and growing a customer base. To be able to reach to Premier, well, before I go to Premier, let's talk about Elite. Elite rank is 3,000 sales per month. And this is an average of $365. So this is enough money to pay for your product. So we come in, we pay 100 PV, we invest that into our business. When you're reaching elite rank, your oils are getting paid for, and you're having some extra money to do whatever you want with. To move forward, to reach the ranks is where we want to start to bring on business partners. So as anyone that comes into the business, I always like to prime them of who are the 2 people that you're excited to work with, that are influential in your community, that are into health and wellness, that you could build this with, and already get to thinking, who do I want to work with? So as you reach Premier rank, you're having 2 business partners who are executive, which is 1 step below elite. And the average is $939 a month. As we rank advance and we climb the charts, every rank, your income can more than double. To move on to silver, we want to bring on those 3 business partners, and then silver through platinum, making 2,000 to almost 5,000 to 9,000. You can maintain these ranks with 3 business partners, but your 3 business partners, they need their business partners as well. So imagine with a platinum rank of 9,000 per month, you have 3 silver leaders, and the silver leaders have 3 elites. So you have a team of 4, 8, 12 business partners that you're working with to be platinum. And then moving on to diamond. Diamond is an elusive rank that we all set our sights to in the beginning of the business, and we want to reach diamond. This is 4 business partners, earning average of 16,000 a month. Moving on to blue diamond. Jen and Jim and I are all blue diamond leaders. We are working with 5 teams of wellness advocates in their gold rank. And then the top rank is presidential diamond, earning $104,000 per month, working with a team of 6 platinums. So this is totally possible. And it's amazing to see because we all started down here and we've been in the business for 6 years now. And just slowly along the way, we've been doing our business, our pipes, sharing the oils, living the lifestyle, teaching everyone else how to do it as well. And once you get to the top rank, you can start over from the beginning and build again. So there's no cap on the income that you can make in doTERRA. So some of you may be on this call that are just, passionate about health and wellness, passionate about oils, and you may want to make enough money to pay for your product. So you're looking about elite rank premier. Some of you may want to supplement your income, maybe have an additional stream, still want to do what you're currently doing, but add this in. Or some of you want to completely replace and multiply your income. So it's going to kind of show you the idea of what ranks that you would be looking towards.
Awesome. So let's have you throw in the chat. Which one of those are you right now? Are you looking to get your product paid for? Are you looking to supplement your income? Are you looking to replace and multiply? Or are you focused on generational wealth that you'll be able to pass down to your family and their family's family and on beyond? So as we do that, when we scroll down, we're going to look at some of the ranks. Megan, if you could go down to the next slide. Awesome. So part of what I love about doTERRA is that this is really, like, we joke that it's self-development with a paycheck. And for some of you who this might be the first time that you're actually thinking about working for yourself and being a business owner and being your own organization. And that might be kind of overwhelming. And the beauty is that we have all of the support and the structure in place to help you to thrive. And we all, if you're here, then whoever invited you knows that they have access to leadership that has thrived at all of the different levels that are available to us in this organization that we have. So when you look at it here, there's just different levels of belief. And as you master each of these beliefs, your rank will grow as your business grows. So, the elite, it's about really believing in the product. As you go up, it's believing in the company and the opportunity. And then it's a lot of developing you and what is it that you believe about yourself and what is it that you're capable of? And then can you pour that belief and joy and positivity into other people? And then, the team expands. And then ultimately it gets down to, when we're talking about generational wealth, right there, you're really talking about your legacy. And that's something that I would love to also have you put in the chat is, what is the legacy that you want to leave behind? When God willing, we're able to live to 150 years with this new product lines that are coming out and all of these great natural products, and you're looking back on your life, what's the legacy that you want to see? Do you want to have a legacy that you left people feeling motivated by your kindness? Do you want to show them that what was possible? Do you want to see, communities that have been improved because you've been there? Do you want to know that you've changed thousands and millions of lives because of how you bought your products, who you worked with, and what you cared about? What is that legacy that you want to have? And what's amazing about that is that most of us don't even spend time thinking about it because we're so focused on just trying to get everything to be managed. You're just trying to pay your bills, get the kids to bed, go grocery shopping, figure it all out. And then at the end of the day, it's enough if you can even stay up and watch 20 minutes of TV. And so this conversation about your legacy is something that I love about working with doTERRA and working in an organization where anything is possible, is that now all of a sudden you see a pathway to the legacy that you want to leave behind for you and for everyone that you come in contact with. Let's go to the next slide, please. So what is going to be involved here? So if you want your oils paid for, we're going to be looking at 3 to 5 hours a week. To supplement your income is 5 to 15 hours a week. And to replace your income is 15 to 30 hours a week. And what I want to emphasize here is just how easy it is to get started in the business. And this is one of the things that blew my mind when I was talking to Jen early on about, well, what does it look like for me to get involved with the business? Because what I fell in love with originally with doTERRA was that the product is pure. As a clinician, someone working with my clients, the thing that I cared the most about was, I want to know that if I'm putting this on myself and my family and my patients, that the product is what it says that it is. And when you hear about all the adulteration and fraud that happens in the essential oil industry, coming up with a pure product is revolutionary on its own. And doTERRA stands by that. They're completely transparent with what's in their product, with your accessibility to see the third-party testing that's done. And so I was sold on that. And then it was like, okay, well, what's involved in doing the business? And Jen's like, well, you got to spend about 100 PV a month. You know, it's going to work out to be about $120 or so a month. And I was like, well, I'm already doing that because I love these products for myself, my family, my patients. So I don't have to spend any more money to actually get a paycheck beyond what I'm already doing. And she was like, no, not at all. And that blew my mind, because if you're driving for Uber, your cost to drive, your car payment, the gas, the insurance, the phone bill, all of that is what, 4 or 5 times more a month than what it takes to get a paycheck from doTERRA.
And you cannot make $1 million driving Uber.
Yeah, there's a significant
There's
cap.
nothing residual about Uber.
There is a threshold. Yeah, you're not getting paid on like the ride of the ride of the ride of the ride. And so, you know, that just makes the business opportunity like a no-brainer. Even if you're not quite sure yet, but you want to dabble, you're one of these people that, like, are you somebody who, when you tell someone about a restaurant, like everybody you tell goes to it? Like if you're telling people about oils and you have that kind of influence, this is a no-brainer to sign up and then start making, you know, a little bit of money at least from just sharing what it is that you already love. Let's go to the next slide. Right. So, you know, could this work for you? Well, like I said, if you're one of those people that just like you get really excited, you get super passionate about it, and you tell people to do something and you know that those people are going to do that thing, then this is definitely for you. This is like a no-brainer of a thing, because you're already buying the product. You're already hitting the threshold to get your paycheck. And so all it takes is just to having another conversation to say, hey, if you love these, or you're interested in getting started with these oils, let me know. And we'll sign up together and I'll help you get started. And that way, you know, you can use the oil safely. We'll get exactly what you need and we'll grow together, you know? So if you're passionate about the oils, if you love people, and if you can follow a system and get things done, then this is definitely for you. We've got people who have achieved the high ranks at all different time periods. You know, we've been in this thing for 5-6 years now, and there was some urgency, but it wasn't like super, super urgent. We know people in doTERRA who had a huge need. They were like, I need to replace my income right now. Like they got laid off, or there was some major family issues, or they had huge medical bills. And they're like, what do I have to do? And these people are hitting blue diamond within, you know, 6 months, a year and a half, some people even sooner than that, the real unicorns. And so, you know, the beauty of this is you get to decide how quickly you want to go. And we're here to support you in whatever way that looks like, because we're here because we're passionate about the oils. We love you. We want you to have the freedom that we know is possible for you. And we've got so many systems and just ways to love on you to make it as easy as possible for you to hit your goals.
I love that, Jim. I'd love to touch on quickly what we do have to offer for that support. Because it's a knowledge passed down business, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So you're going to learn what's worked for us, what's worked for other people, and pass it on within our weekly team calls. We have team calls run by Jen and Jim on Tuesdays, which is our whole entire team. It's a great overview of what's happening in the company, what's new, talking about business strategy, mindset, personal development. We have different speakers come on. And on Thursdays, I lead a call more intimate with the advocates who are really wanting to build and grow this. And we do strategy, we do sharing circles, and it's all about like, what can we do together? So you have that support. We have a team training portal. We have enough resources, so you don't have to worry about where am I going to learn this? It's an abundance of resources.
Yes, a ton of resources, because we don't want you to make as many mistakes as we did when we started. So we give you the head start and give you all of the answers so that you can succeed. And as you can tell, based on what Megan was saying in the compensation plan, that the way that doTERRA is built is really inspired to have brand new people do even better than you. And it's like you pass along that information. And I don't know any other business that's like that. You know, a lot of times network marketing, people say that they give it a bad rap, or they don't understand why network marketing is amazing. And And, maybe they prefer to buy their oils from the grocery store. But think about it in that model. Let's just say that there's some brilliant individual that's working at like Whole Foods or some natural grocery store, and they can like take you in and explain all of your, help you get started with all of your problems in the grocery store. And that person is making like $15 an hour, like minimum wage. And then who's really making the money? It's the CEOs. It's the people at the top of that pyramid, which is really the corporate pyramid. And for that person who's working on the floor, really truly educating and helping people to actually make any money compared to a regional manager or an executive in that company would be impossible, because in that corporate structure of a corporate pyramid, with the newbies, your boss never wants you to be promoted and to have you excel, past them. And in network marketing, specifically in doTERRA, I don't know how it is in other companies, because this is the only direct selling company I've ever partnered with, because none of the other companies resonated with me before. But in doTERRA, we encourage it. Like if Megan hits Presidential Diamond before I do, like I will be in the front row cheering her on, because that's amazing. And it's so cool to have so much positivity and support for what you're doing, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you can't identify with that corporate structure. At least for me, it was really lonely being an entrepreneur, or seeing even other yoga teachers was like, it was kind of competitive, or, you have to make a lot of decisions on your own as an entrepreneur, and to have the support of a community to help you troubleshoot things, to help you work through things, how to overcome objections, or, the best system of following up with people or getting email sequences or whatever it is, to have a support system, people to is everything. So if you are feeling called to this, as I'm sure you are, the next step is really to make sure that your account is ready to take the next step, so that you can start bringing in your own customers and start earning an income with doTERRA. So if you already have a wholesale account, it's very simple. All you need to do is make sure that you have that 100 PV loyalty rewards order set up. And as we mentioned, that this is fantastic because it's really just you investing in your own health and your own well-being. And then that will then qualify you to earn commission. So we believe in doTERRA that you are going to do the best at your business by authentically recommending things, because you yourself are living that lifestyle and using the products on the daily. So all you have to do is set up that cart. Just make sure that it's 100 PV, not $100, and that it always stays like that. Because if it ever drops below that, the computer just gets confused and thinks that you're a customer, and it will skip over you. So the other thing is you can just upgrade your account. You put in your tax identification number for your business or your social security number, and then you will automatically be upgraded to a wellness advocate, which will allow you to right away start sending out links to start sharing with friends and family and be able to actually earn an income. So we want to help you through this process, of course, and make sure that you're doing it right and answer your questions and loop you into all of the incredible trainings and the resources and the plethora of knowledge that we do have, so that you can be incredibly successful. So make sure that you reach out to whoever invited you to this webinar, and we can help you get going. And most importantly, is my favorite part, is really dreaming up who would you like to share this with? Really thinking about how many people in your life you could impact. Who are the people in your life that aren't sleeping well? Who are the people that could shed a few extra pounds, that have some weird thing that's going on in their health and nothing else is working in Western medicine? Who are the people that you would love to go on a free trip to Mexico with, like Megan and I did a couple years ago, where we won the trip for both us and our husbands to come with us for a week. And once you have that list start to formulate, we can help you start to create the process of reaching out and building your business.
So if we're thinking of our doTERRA leadership, we are here on guard during an uncertain time. And it's my hope that you find peace in the simple moments at home, take time out to breathe, and turn off the news for more serenity, anchor your heart in gratitude, and align your priorities to bring more cheer to others. Don't worry, we are highly adaptive and we will arise calmer and stronger than ever. Be brave and remember, if you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. An African proverb. And this photo is from years past at convention. A portion of our team, look at all those people. And just imagine this woman right here, Amy, is Audra's upline. And because Amy said yes to this business, so many other people got to say yes and be invited in, and look what can grow. And so just imagine, it's very overwhelming and very heart opening for me to imagine this by saying yes, this business into my own health and changing my lifestyle. I've led the way for so many people to make this change within their health and their wealth. And it's just the most inspiring thing. So thank you all for joining. We have a new advocate on the call, Kate, who'd like to share just how things have been going, because she's taking advantage of all of the opportunities that doTERRA has for wellness advocates. So Kate, if you wanted to share for the last 3 or 4 minutes that we have, feel free to unmute.
Okay, can you guys hear me? It's dark because I'm trying to get my son ready for bed, but I'm going to stand here. Hang on. Can you guys see me?
Yes.
So my son's going to bed, but I wanted to pop on really quick because I know a lot of you guys are coming over from our team. So excuse me, I started doing oils because, hang on one second, baby. I started doing oils because I really just wanted to feel that empowerment to get away from pharma and just feel like I could take care of myself and my son and my family and just learn how to do that. And I really didn't have any intention in making it a business. I actually signed up for doTERRA over a year ago under someone else. Sorry, I actually just ran upstairs. So she was not helpful. This was like a totally different person that I didn't even really know online. She wasn't helpful. She wasn't there when I needed her to be there. And I did want to sign up, but something told me not to sign up with her. And she just said, oh, if you sign up, we'll do everything on our end. Don't worry about it. And something just told me not to sign up with her. So I signed up with Megan and another girl on Megan's team. And I was not really super interested in doing anything big with it. I was like, I just want to get my oils for free. And I want to spend that money and basically make it back. So I'll just put a link up in my social media and it'll just be what it is. And then it got really, really much bigger. And I would not be successful at all in this if it wasn't for Megan. Now, I haven't seen and talked to Jen as much, and I know she's great as well. But Megan was always consistent, always there, always supportive. And she was always trying to get me to the next level. And when she talks about founders, I almost have, if this is okay to say, as many founders points as people that are way above me. And I never even really knew it was even going on, but Megan has taught me how to break all that down. And she is trying to help me with my personal business to rank me up higher than her. She wants to get me farther than her. She is cheering me on. And there's a lot of aspects of my business that she doesn't necessarily benefit from personally. And that is something I have noticed with doTERRA. Like she was saying, we're all in this kind of together. I hate that term, but we're kind of all in this together. But people are doing things that have nothing to do with their pocket. They just have to do with helping other people. And I can say with this particular team, I don't know about others, that these people are here on this team to help you. And I think a lot of people that are in doTERRA all over are like that too. But, you know, Megan has the YouTube, Megan has the classes, Megan shows up, Megan is consistent, Megan's there every day. Megan always answers her phone. I'm sure Jen does the same for Megan. And then we have a separate social media, like for Facebook, for Instagram, for anyone who signs up with us. And I think whether you're going to be on this team or not, that's such a beneficial thing the knowledge and education behind oils is limitless, and you're never going to know it all, and you can't teach it all, and you can't teach everybody everything that you just want to burst with information and knowledge. So having those outlets and having those resources, I mean, been so beneficial. And Megan has all those. So that's been so much easier for me. And she's just taught me the easiest way to do everything and to navigate. And I would be a hot mess if it wasn't for this structure and the team and the people above me. So I just think it's very important, whether you sign up with us, whether you're on this call or another group, if you're not signing up with someone that you align with or that you trust with your life and with your business, then I wouldn't do it with them, because you can't be successful in doTERRA without having that community. I mean, I'm sure you could to a point, but it's everything. And again, just like Jen and Megan won, I've only been with doTERRA since last November. So it's early September now. So it hasn't even been a year, and I'm in the Diamond Club. I'm a silver working toward gold, and we're trying to jump a little bit of gold and go to diamond, which Megan is pushing me to do. So now I'm number 2 in the whole Diamond Club for the whole company because Megan pushed me to do it. I didn't even know what that even was. So I wouldn't have known how to organize any of this. So it's really all Megan. And I also won that free trip to Mexico, and it's for 2, and it's oceanfront, the whole 9. It hasn't even been a year. So I'm going to take Megan because that just makes sense if she wants to go. So yeah, I mean, again, I'm just a regular person, literally just got out of the shower. I'm here with my 4-year-old. This is, I'm helping people online. I don't have any fancy, yoga, beautiful story like these girls. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I wanted to stay home with my kid. I wanted to empower myself to take care of myself and my child. And I wanted to know the truth behind medicine and the past and the history and bring it back. And I think each person that we can teach about the truth, you're literally changing the world. You're manifesting a whole new reality. And that's what we need to do right now, is get away from, I hate to say that, like the pharma thing, but I just get away from things that have harmed so many people. And I think people are looking for that. And that was my goal. But you don't have to be in front of people, and everything I do with my sales and my team is all done online. So if you don't have access to the yoga classes and to the outside world in person, you can do it however you choose to. And I do it on my time, when I say, around what I want to do, whenever I want to do it. And yeah, so I just think that I just can't say the team that you choose is the most imperative. And I would always stick to that. But anyways, that's my story, and I had no intention of being here. So it was like a total accident. So in the Diamond Club, number 2, baby.
And you're going to your first convention this year too. So
oh yeah,
I'm so proud of you and all the work that you've done. And when you go to convention in person, it's just going to explode your heart. And anyone who's not going in person, you can get an online ticket and be there in spirit. But thank you so much for sharing your experience, Kate, and like how cool that you just got into this for your own benefit, for your health and for your family, and what has trickled along because of that. So everyone out there who's listening, like, you might just be passionate about oils and get started yourself, and you never know what blessings are going to come your way and to the people that you are in community with.
And one more thing I want to say, because I think it's important, I forgot to say it. You don't have to know everything about oils, because I didn't. I was very basic, but I wanted to learn. So I got to learn with bringing people on. Like, I need help with arthritis. Okay, let me research it, and then I'll learn so I can help you build a cart. Well, I need help with hair growth. Okay, let me research it and I'll learn. So I didn't know everything. And that was one of the reasons why I didn't get into it initially, is because I'm like, I don't know how to help these people, but I can research. And I was ready and I was open to it. And I just would research and learn and teach them. So I'm learning with my clients, which it's really a cool thing. And like Megan can help me too, but that's something you have to be open to, that you don't have to know everything about the business. And I know nothing. And I knew very little about oils, but now I can spat it off. So don't let that hold you back, is basically what I'm saying.
Such a good point to bring up. We're learning every day and along the way, and we learn by other people needing the help. And if you have an oil reference book and you know where to go with our resources, you're totally empowered to do that. So great point to share.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Jen and Jim, do you have anything else to add before we say goodbye?
Yeah, I just want to say that, from a business opportunity standpoint, when you look at all of the facts that Megan shared about doTERRA and like the compensation plan, the long-term wealth, the debt-free stuff, like on paper, it's a no-brainer. Like the part of you that needs the logical reinforcement, it's all there. You can rewatch this, you can reach out to us. We'll explain it over and over and over again. And that's not really the question that's being asked right now. The question that's really here is like, hand over your heart. Are you ready to live a different life? Are you ready to create a financial opportunity for yourself and for your family that maybe you didn't even know was possible before? Are you ready to step into a place of leadership and influence where you're able to impact your community and beyond in a way that right now maybe you just never thought was possible? So if you're here, you're still watching this because deep down there is that thing that is nagging at you, that is saying that this is possible for you, that it's time to shake things up, it's time to do things a little bit differently. And it couldn't be any easier to do things differently than to just build on what you're already falling in love with, which is the essential oils and natural living. And so the question really is like, are you really ready to step into your greatness? And if that answer is yes, even though those first steps can be clunky, you know that we're here to support you. But if that answer is yes, you don't have to worry about the how. We've got you. We'll show you. We'll support with you. We'll walk with you along the way. But when you show up with that willingness and that commitment to yourself and to your family, that's going to be the thing that's going to drive you forward.
Yes. Well, I'm just super grateful to be here. And I think that I'm excited to just hear and see what all of your successes are. So keep us posted, keep us in the loop. Like we are so pumped for Kate. I love it. I love that you're on here and you're sharing. And we can't wait to see what other things are created from this beautiful call.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.